Just grab them in the brisket.
Noises. Yeah. I'm the horse noise maker.
I'm the horse noise.
Let's start that over again.
Lightning outside.
Lightning?
Let's start that over again. Start that over again. Press the record and go into that.
We're already recording.
God damn it, dude.
This
You're
is what
so
we do,
dumb,
James. This is what we do.
I do declare. We should do like a
It just throws me off.
like a 20s. Yeah, I'm saying we should do that. You know, that'd be fun. Like,
You get that.
everybody should run towards the storm cellars. Lightning is upon us.
Then you get somebody coming in and they're like,
Why do we have a beatboxer?
right, it's 1920s, man. Well, I mean, somebody could be on like the what do you call it? The what is the freaking
Spoons.
metal
the
brass
washboard
thing?
Oh, yeah.
Cymbals.
Cymbals.
Done.
Somebody could be on the cymbals.
Fucking genius when it comes to this.
Yeah, but
It
you know
sounds
what?
like Howard Stern.
Somebody could be really super pissed off. Like,
the world is
I
ending.
make the best horse
Right.
noises. What the hoof, the click clack.
Hey, can you imagine?
I make the best click clack noises.
Can you imagine? It's like, yeah, this guy show up. And he's like, "No, seriously, I make the best. All I need is one coconut, and then cut it in half, and I run behind you and go."
Dude, you know,
That
like,
was you.
You know, like 100 years ago, they had a studio, and then they had an audition for somebody to come in and do hoof noises from freaking horses.
Yeah, there was also
There's a line of them probably out the door.
there was. Hold on, there was also a guy that sat in an office with a cigar and said, "You, sir, you'll never be a horse. Get the fuck out of my office."
Beat it, sir.
Beat it. Get out of here.
You're not going to be a horse noise here.
Yeah. And then there was also, he said something like, "Now you, ma'am, you step in my office over here. Sit right on my couch."
So would that be
That's all I got on that one.
So I was going to say, would that be a horse? A horse? Horse?
Horse.
I don't know.
That's like a modern day,
guys
like
are talking about
the casting couch.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. You
That's
ever walk
where-
into an office and there's just a black couch and nothing else in there but a video camera? Just walk out.
Walk out. Please run.
Run. Yeah.
That's hey, Harvey Weinstein. That dude just got 26 years. Raping
Bye.
people.
See you
Yeah.
later.
Can't do that, dude.
Yeah.
He
What a
gone.
jerk.
He's super rich.
Super rich.
Super.
The other day I was watching
in
a
prison.
movie and I don't remember what movie it was, but Weinstein Company came up as the intro credits coming in, or the intro, whatever. I'm like, God, this sucks. Really? Now I'm gonna think about this every time I watch this movie. This guy was the one like major movie producer that, not producer, but I guess it's more of a company that he was involved with. That
he
created
was
this
like
movie.
the main guy. You know, obviously started the whole whatever it's called. What's it called?
Me
With
Too?
The chicks? Me Too. Yes.
The Me Too
Hashtag.
movement.
Get a hashtag
Yeah.
when you say that, though.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Dude, okay.
Well, you got to get love, you know.
Sure. Guys, hey, it's St. Patrick's Day.
St.
is.
Patty's Day. Who's got green on?
I do.
James does. John? Alden?
I do not.
Jan?
No.
Jan does not.
I'm the only one wearing green.
I have a green beer.
I just drink green beer.
We do have green beers.
Yeah. I like that hat, dude.
Thank
That's a Montucky hat. It's ridiculous.
Montucky. We're sporting the Montucky. We love this beer. Even though we can't find it or buy it, hey, Montucky, if
Find
you're
their
out
merch.
there, hey, help us out. Help us get some beers.
Exactly.
So any fun, notable St. Patrick Day stories that comes to you guys, like I'm acting like you guys.
This is our St. Patrick Day party we're having right now.
It is. We're kind of like social distancing.
No, so I saw the greatest thing today,
Yes.
right? So there's a whole lot going on in this world. If you know when St. Patty's Day is, March 17th, you know what's happening in the world today. But I will say this, guy at work had the perfect meme. If I could have drew this thing up, I'd have been like, I'm going to make $1 million on this thing, right? So funny. He goes, want to pick a lady up at a bar, and then he's like, I was like, okay, how do you do that? And then he walks into my office past me, and I look down, and he's got toilet paper rolled off his shoe, and it's like, that's how you pick a lady up at a bar right now in this world that we have.
Holy moly.
Because, by the way, you can't get toilet paper. It's the weirdest thing. People just like, nope, there's no way that I'm gonna live 1 week without toilet paper.
So weird.
It's so weird.
Just bizarre.
It is.
The new Tinder pickup line.
Yeah.
I have hand sanitizer
And toilet paper.
and toilet paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I can only
weird.
imagine this is an ordeal that we're going with, and
It's the
everybody
coronas.
in the
We know
whole
what we're
freaking
talking about. We're
world
talking
is
about the
dealing with
coronas.
it.
Yeah, the Coronas.
Yeah.
Flash forward another 8 months, or another several months, or whatever it is. Halloween rolls around. You know, there's going to be like Halloween costumes.
Well,
As toilet paper?
I don't know.
Toilet paper or
Jason's
whatever.
already taken the day off. Like, because it was Friday the 13th, last
week.
Friday, right?
Yeah, last
Right.
week.
And
Yeah.
Correct.
he took the day off. He's like, well, ain't killing nobody everything on toilet paper
Yeah.
or whatever his thought process was. But I
Yeah.
thought it was funny just to see, just people bringing it full circle, back into horror movies and stuff like that with with the coronavirus and stuff like that. Which is, it's not a funny thing to talk about. I mean, people are struggling for sure and stuff.
Oh,
like
with that, yeah.
so-
We're not.
Correct.
We're not making light of this. I just thought good meme with a guy walking
Sure.
out with toilet paper on his shoe,
Right.
like some girl looking over, going, "Oh,
All right.
he
Let
looks sexy."
me ask you guys on the spot. No rehearsing whatsoever. You get quarantined. You're able to buy one movie only. And I know we referenced this a couple episodes back about our favorite movies or whatever. You can only buy one movie, and that's the only movie that you can watch during your quarantine. What movie is it?
Well, I've already watched Frozen about 4 million times and I haven't gone crazy, so I guess I'll just go with Frozen.
You're going Frozen.
Yeah, because then at least it will keep my 2-year-old daughter from driving me crazy.
You going Frozen
Yeah, I'm
1,
gonna-
Frozen 2?
She's been liking Frozen 2, but I'm going to go with Frozen 1. It's a classic.
Okay.
Okay, but you're quarantined by yourself.
I'm by myself?
Yeah, you're by yourself.
You're by yourself.
Okay. My daughter's not there?
No,
Yeah.
You
What
are by
movie-
yourself.
What movie does John pick? Okay, John, skip.
You're right. Okay.
Aldan.
You're right. I'm going to go with Frozen 2.
Are you serious?
I haven't seen it as many times.
Okay, well, Alden, what do you got?
Oh man,
Want to think about it for a second?
No, I can pick a movie I can watch
Let me hear
all
it.
day, every day. Braveheart.
I
would
knew you were going to
watch
say
it
that. I knew you were going to
all
say
day,
that.
every
I know
day.
you're Braveheart no
Yeah,
matter what.
I knew. Jan?
I don't know if I could pick one. I'm so indecisive.
Super difficult.
It's super difficult. I want to watch them all. Like, I don't know if I could do it.
Well, Braveheart is a long movie. So how long have we been quarantined for?
Doesn't matter.
2 hours? 3 hours?
No, it doesn't. You're quarantined.
2
24
weeks.
hours.
2 weeks?
You can't change. You already picked.
Yeah, you're done. You watch Braveheart for 2 weeks.
For sure. I'm good with it. I've done that already.
Believe it.
It's got to be funny to me. I don't know. It's got to be like a revenge movie, or it's got to be like a Christmas. I'm on the thing there. I don't know.
Well, if you're quarantined, I have to think about it. So the reason I go Braveheart basically is because I'm already trying to get tactics of how to circumvent the situation. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So
Movie-wise-
comedy's cool, but I would go Braveheart. So that way I can have some.
Okay. Movie wise, I'm watching Revenge of the Nerds. Right, it's a classic. It's
classic.
super funny. It shows tits, which is like, hey, you don't want to see that tonight.
Braveheart shows tits.
It's fine. We're not watching old Irish titties. All right. And then
Happy
also,
St. Patrick's Day.
Can we say titties on the air?
Yeah, probably.
We said worse.
Yeah, but it's a great movie. It has a great ending. So yeah, Revenge of the Nerds for me.
His
That's
head
what
gets
I'm
chopped
watching.
off. How's it a great ending?
Dead silence. I like
I don't
that.
know what he
Yeah,
said. I don't understand what he's talking about.
James, what do you got?
Ooh, okay. For me, it's got to be a just mindless action flick, just popcorn crunching movie that I'm going to sit there and just like watching over and over again. I am going with The Terminator.
The first one?
The first one.
Oh, Arnold, huh? Okay.
Sarah Connor, please.
I'll be back.
Yeah, I don't know.
Chopper.
That's a good movie. It is a good movie. I'm not gonna say it's not. It is a good movie. I don't know if I'm gonna watch that.
Or maybe, okay, let me revise this. I'm
there's
going to
so
back it up. I'm going to retake. I'm going to do a
No.
redaction.
You can't do that.
I just redacted it.
I
think
told
you're allowed to do
told
that.
Alden no. I'm telling you no. You can't do that.
I'm going with...
No, you can't. You already said it.
God dang it.
You're done. You smoked it.
You can say whatever you want. You know I'll edit him right out.
No, you can't do it.
I'm going with the Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man. Done.
I don't know what that means.
That-
What does
see,
that mean?
It doesn't.
That
mean
sounds like
anything.
Billy Ray Cyrus to me. I don't know.
Doesn't
Just
mean
kidding,
anything.
guys. Just kidding. I watched that movie like 40 minutes ago.
Okay.
So,
No,
no, I'm just
it's-
kidding.
Yeah. He got his movie in. Your movie was still. You want to keep it that one?
Well, I can't redact.
Well, but you said that only because your kid was in the room. So you're by yourself. What movie would it be?
Okay, well, I'll tell you what the first movie that popped into my head was.
Yeah, tell me.
Wayne's World.
Perfect.
I don't know
Great-
why.
Great pick.
Which
I just
one?
feel like it could be on in the background.
Which one?
There's only one, man.
One.
There's two.
There's one.
There's only one good one.
Number two, the best one.
Number one.
Number one.
You got to go, bro.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Side question. Part B.
Montucky.
I feel like you should be running a commercial. for
I
these
should
guys.
be. Yeah, jingles.
Yeah. Part 2 on this.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're stuck in quarantine. What one place would you want to be stuck at if you're quarantined to be at a place for like 14 days? What place would you want to be at?
Anheuser-Busch.
And
I believe
Easy for
him
me.
100%.
I believe that. Yes. Yeah.
And you're by yourself.
Okay, so I had like a part A, part B to this. It was okay. So it was part A is who would you want to be with? And then where would you want to be with? Cannot be your significant other
Oh.
or any of your kids. Or
The guy that makes Bud Light
family.
at Anheuser-Busch is where I would go.
Alden's going straight to the
It's going to the
CEO
brewmaster.
of...
No, just the brewmaster.
You going to the brewmaster.
CEO can't make beer. The brewmaster can.
Yep.
That's funny.
Love it.
Yeah, I would say if you, I don't know, man. I need to pass on this for a second.
You're going to pass. Okay.
Yeah, just for a second. Yeah.
Okay. John?
I'm hanging out with James. Can I pick one of us?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I picked James.
Yeah, you're
Me and
hanging
John.
out with James.
Well, there's
Where?
two more
Where are
of
we
us. Are you sure that's your choice?
Let me think. Yeah, I'm gonna go with James.
Where are we at? Are we like here in Vegas or are we like...
I'm fine with that. Yeah, that's fine.
Or maybe there's a destination somewhere that we can go.
Nope, I'm good. We'll sit
Okay.
right here with
Okay.
a bunch of beer and the smoker out front and smoke briskets and wave at Jan and Alden down the street.
No,
with,
wait a
all,
minute, me.
with all the beer.
Oh yeah, we're waving at you.
With all
I'm not
the
here.
beer.
Sounds like
No, you're
sounds
gonna be
like sounds like a magical time. I mean, I feel like Alden and Jan will just be here.
Well,
Oh, we would show up. There's no doubt about it. We would show
it's
up.
funny you say that because Alden Jan's not going to be here.
It's very
Where
true.
are y'all gonna be?
In
Jan?
the keg.
Jan's going to be at Disney World.
Yeah, that's a quick way to get the coronas.
Nobody there. It's empty. I'm quarantining myself. I have the whole park.
You take the whole park to yourself when you quarantine?
I would love
That's how
it.
this works? I didn't understand the
Yes.
question.
I'm sleeping in a castle. I am running the whole park. This is fabulous. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Disney World.
How do you ride the rides if you're by yourself?
Push the button.
And then run and jump
No,
on?
I get to pick people, right? I would have picked all of y'all. Except for John, I only picked one person.
You said we can only pick one person.
You only pick one.
Oh, is that it? One person?
One
Oh,
person to
I
be
didn't even
quarantined
pick
with.
anybody.
Oh, well, I'm going to pick Jesus then.
I didn't pick anybody.
I want to hang out with Jesus for the 2 weeks.
Oh, I like. I
We're
take it
gonna
back. I'm
ride
picking
rides.
Jan. I pick Jan now. He's at Disney World. I'm going with Jan.
That's awesome.
I haven't picked anybody.
What's your pick?
I'm taking. I'm gonna take John to this probably a leap pad to get him accustomed to frogs. So that's probably what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Elite pad.
And then he's gonna be a fast, far jumper. That way he can give me some beer real quick. If I say, "Hey, John, go jump over there."
So now you're ordering people around.
No, maybe.
Perfect. Perfect idea.
Yeah, if you can decipher what Alden's talking about, write in and let me know.
Okay, so I'm going. If I'm be quarantined for 14 days, it's going to be somewhere tropical. It's going to be a beach involved. There's going to be sand and sun and lots of cervezas,
I like that.
But not Coronas.
but not Coronas. We're going to avoid the Coronas.
If you had lime and salt, it's good.
Yeah. So I'm sure there's. Just imagine that sunny place in your mind, whatever you've been Googling or thinking or whatever. That's where I want to go. I mean, you see all the stuff on TV where the tropical islands. I see some of the stuff where they have like private islands or they have private like little huts that are sitting on the water and the water's all blue and crystal clear and
Is it
just
like Tahiti or something?
yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go there. I want to be there. That's where I'll be, and I'll bring
June bugs.
definitely not bringing June bugs. June bugs are bringing themselves.
These fools in here
the
are
garage.
full of force. I mean, they are full effect. I mean, so
Yeah, I'm gonna bring. Well, if I can't pick my wife, then obviously,
you can't pick your wife.
obviously,
No, you
I'm
can't.
gonna.
Oh, you can't. You're
Yeah,
already
you
married.
can't pick your significant other.
Yeah, you can't pick.
I mean, it's a given.
Other,
I'm
Maybe-
gonna bring
maybe
my
it cut
buddy John.
Oh,
I'm going to
Both
Tahiti,
these
bitches.
guys, both these guys are plotting against us.
maybe y'all should get married. Wear rings or something. Maybe y'all wear rings on the right finger, a right hand. That would mean,
I don't even.
you know,
What does that
I
mean?
don't know. You know,
Jan, they're playing us out right now.
they are
dude.
playing this out, bro. It's all right.
We're gonna have to go somewhere together.
No,
Too
Alvin,
late.
We're not.
It's already committed. You guys are done.
Yeah, I'm going with
It's already
Jesus.
sealed.
Jesus is going to smite all three of y'all motherfuckers.
Okay. Did you see the?
What did I do?
No, I'm sorry, all two of you.
Hey, you good?
You're right. You're right.
Hey guys, this is the Grabbing the Brisket podcast.
Are we starting over?
We're going with the intro.
Hey,
We got
welcome
an
in,
introduction.
welcome back.
We got to introduce the people to the.
Yeah.
We got to introduce the people to the people.
Word.
So obviously the people that are the fans that listen along knows who this is or whatever. But this is the Grabbing the Brisket podcast, and we're to give you all the barbecue knowledge, all the beer knowledge, all the nonsense, and just kind of just bullshit funny knowledge. So we're going to break that down all to you guys all day, every day. Aldan, hit these guys up with the business where they can get hold of us.
The business, guys. Business as usual.
Business.
Came in too fast. Yeah, the business. The business.
right, what you
Nah,
got?
but for real, guys, hit us up on
And ladies.
man and ladies for sure. You know, we love our ladies and gentlemen. You know, you can reach us on Facebook and Instagram. It's both one and the same. It is at Grabbing the Brisket. Twitter is by itself, but it's still, you can reach us there. It's at Grab the Brisket. And email us, guys. We want your feedback. We want to talk to you. We want to hear from you. So email us. And that deal is grabbingthebrisket@gmail.com. We will read them. We will look at them. We'll go through them. We'll put you on the air. And maybe, you know, you'll make the podcast one of these days. So just keep doing it. We love it.
We also have a website.
We do have a new website that we're unveiling.
Hopefully it will be up by the time this episode drops. You guys check it out. It's grabbingthebrisket.com or grabthebrisket.com.
Yeah, either one, either way.
Takes you to
Either
the same
one
place.
takes you the same place. Okay.
You'll be able to
I
hit
like
us
that.
up.
Yeah.
If you can't figure out how to spell, grab them in the brisket. Grabthebrisket.com.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Nice.
What was it Jan said earlier? It's
Episode
like,
drops tomorrow,
you could
right?
spell brisket and you could spell whatever, but you have to spell and for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. That was good, right? Dang it.
You guys hadn't checked out the earlier episodes. Check them out. There's probably a little bit of just a potato quality involved with it, but I guarantee you the content is great. It's super awesome, and we're super funny.
Yes.
Maybe.
One of these episodes, we needed to do like a favorite episode recap or something.
So I do want to get
we
into
gotta go
one
100.
story. Yeah, we're talking about St. Patrick's Day story. And me and my cousin Matt had a St. Patrick's Day boxing match one night. It's probably been 10 years ago, maybe. Probably 10 years ago. And he got me by about, I don't know, 80 pounds or whatever. So we decided to box. And he actually put me down, believe it or not.
No, we believe it.
Yeah, believe it or not. And my Matt, I love you to death. And I always told him, I said, hey, you caught me when I was going backwards, and he put me in the fence or whatever. But anyhow, so this is my salute to Matt. You have the best left hook that comes when somebody's going backwards.
Well, why were you running away?
I was not running away.
You got to charge forward.
Well, he's too big. He was too big for me, so I couldn't get him.
He was
You
trying to
backed
tire him
up,
out.
and he just got you
So
on reach.
I tried to get in there with the quickness, and
Yeah.
as I was going back, he put me in the fence, and that ended the fight.
Right.
But
That's like Mike Tyson said, and has said before, is like
not that in the fight, he knocked me out.
He didn't knock you
I was
out.
about to get out. I was about to get up, but the parents were like, no. So
They counted you out. They're like, they threw in the white towel.
Yeah, you're done.
no, I got up.
You got white towel.
Matt will tell you this story
Yeah.
one day
Towels
when y'all see him.
waving.
Ask him about it next time.
Yeah, we'll ask him.
One time.
We'll ask him. Yeah.
But yeah, so that was really my only St. Patty's Day story. But I do think the best shirt I ever had was one that said, "Let's get ready to stumble," and it had a little clover on it. It was just the coolest thing, like Vince McMahon, and that was the the shirt I fought in that night. And
Okay.
Nice.
went back into the fence. So.
Nice.
Nice.
That's good.
But he did have me by about 80 pounds, so
Yeah.
I had no business
hey,
fighting
listen,
him.
it doesn't matter. You took the fight.
Hey, yeah. Nobody forced you to get your ass.
you took
Right.
the fight. It happened.
The cards were stacked against you.
It's like Rocky. You're talking about Rocky right now.
Maybe 60 pounds.
I
Okay, you were Rocky. He was Dolph Lundgren.
Would it be like me and you boxing?
Or was he Apollo
No.
Creed? I think he was Apollo Creed, and Aldan was
No, it's
Rocky.
like me boxing him.
Yeah.
Or me boxing you?
Or yes.
No, John.
Yes, pretty much.
Or me boxing all you guys.
Let's
Yeah.
do this.
Anyways,
Royal Rumble.
I saw earlier today, and not to get back on the Corona, just really quick, this girl on TikTok was just making herself look like a dumbass. She is trying to start the Corona challenge
by licking the toilet seat.
by licking the toilet seat of
Oh, the
an
one on the
airplane.
aircraft, yeah, I
Hey,
saw that.
What?
She got
Yes.
blasted. So
She
she's like
licked
a
the toilet
She,
social.
she videoed herself licking the toilet
She
seat.
is a social media influencer. So it's what she's known as. She deserves to be blackballed from anything. I would dump her from following her or anything else. These people think this is funny. She deserves to
She's
publicly.
like 50 times worse than the people licking the ice
Hey,
cream.
this is how kids eat Tide
Crazy.
Pods. By the way,
Yeah,
people like this.
Somebody's going to copy that.
I would
They're going to go on
freaking
down the road.
knock
yeah.
her
No,
out.
no, yeah. Somebody else has already done it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stupid.
It's not good.
I did see earlier guy was locked down on coronavirus, lockdown, quarantine, whatever you want to call it. So he brought up like an old 1994 Western Conference Championship game, which
That'll be
involved
the Rockets.
the Houston Rockets, and Vernon Maxwell was the player of the game. Well, this guy tweeted this out. Well, Vernon saw that. He retweeted it because it was a picture of him. It had a Budweiser logo. It had Budweiser player of the game, blah, 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 all the stats. Vernon tweeted, it's like, I was actually kind of upset with that a little bit because I thought when I won Budweiser player of the game that I got like a year worth of Budweiser. He was disappointed.
It's like I didn't get anything.
They
He
probably
got
hooked him
nothing.
up.
He's like, shortly after that, he became a Heineken drinker.
Budweiser, you lost a
Right?
drinker over this.
And to Heineken,
That's
blah.
funny.
Yes.
That's great.
Bud Light, don't ever worry about me, baby. I ain't going nowhere. So
Okay,
I always have your back, Bud Light.
that's funny.
All right, so we gathered here today.
Is this our sermon?
We gathered here today to talk about brisket.
This is our thing,
Amen.
right?
Not the Cronus,
Not Jacoby, neither.
This
not Tom Brady.
This is EP 31.
Episode 31, guys.
Yes. And
Brisket.
This is the start of our brisket series.
Brisket
Brisket 101.
Brisket 101.
Correct.
I love it. I've been
Let's-
waiting for this.
Let's learn some brisket, y'all.
About to come out like this. All right, so this is the main topic of discussion. Brisket is a cut of meat from the breast or lower chest of beef or veal.
Yeah.
Okay, do you know what veal is?
It would be like a deer.
Nope.
No.
Woman.
Let's go ahead and educate these people. Veal is a baby calf.
That was my next guess.
Baby calf or just a calf?
Calf.
Okay.
And primarily, well, so it could be any calf, but primarily what you see out there nowadays is and I can't tell you what the breed is, but it's dairy calves. So they take the males that obviously can't produce the milk. That's where the veal comes from.
Okay. That makes sense.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't either at all.
How did you guys not know that?
Okay. That's
Okay, so the beef brisket is one of 9 beef primal cuts. Though the definition of the cuts differ internationally, the brisket muscles include the superficial and the deep pectoral.
basically right up front, right?
Basically,
right in front of the
yeah,
It's the pec
right?
muscles.
Yeah, if
Right,
if the cows were doing bench press, they'd be using these muscles.
Correct.
Nice. Okay.
So the deep, I could be wrong, the deep pectorals are the flat muscles. That's where you get the flat on the brisket.
Okay.
The leaner cuts that we've seen that we turn in for competition and all that good stuff. Now the superficial pectoral, that's where you get the fattier part, the triangle,
Moist.
the moist brisket.
Okay, so what about this? What about this right here? Here's some knowledge. Cows only lay on their left-hand side. So you don't
That is
want
true. I've heard this.
to buy a brisket that is from the left. You want to buy it from the right because it's fattier and it's more tender.
Okay, so the thinking is that if
Not as
they always lay on the left side, that's the side that they're always pushing up on to get
I
up,
see.
and the muscles are a little bit more tougher.
Leaner piece of meat.
As opposed to the right side, they're a little bit more.
I'm not sure I'd be able to tell the difference. I'm gonna be honest. Which is
Well,
the
maybe
left and which is
maybe
the right.
your best brisket you've ever made has always been briskets from the right side.
So do you think
probably right, but I wouldn't know the difference.
Do you think
Maybe we need
do you
Mine
think cow
is being
tippers know
blown right
this
now.
knowledge
right.
when they're tipping them over? Do you think they know that, the cow tippers?
Yeah, don't tip them out of
Oh,
the
they
right
know.
side. That's an
Yeah,
asshole
They
move.
definitely know. They only do it on the left side.
So maybe
You think so?
we'll take a
No.
couple of pictures.
Nobody knows exactly.
They're idiots out there trying to push
Yes,
cows. They're the
exactly.
ones getting kicked and trampled. That's what happens to them.
So maybe we'll take
Yeah.
a couple of pictures and we'll show you the difference between the left side and the right side of a cow brisket wise.
Yeah.
It's basically your brisket that you see, just mirror image and flip it.
All right.
So
they
that-
say it's a difference. I don't know. It could be a myth.
Would-
It
would
could
That's
be
true.
Check
I
Snopes.
I
I
have
don't
no
know.
idea. I know it's a good cut of meat. I can tell by looking at it, it's a good cut of meat. I can tell the
Right.
lining. I can tell by feeling the piece of meat. Yes, this is well marbled. I'm ready to cook this thing.
Would you think it would make a difference if they're sitting there feeding their offspring because they lay on one side all the time?
No,
maybe?
they stand up.
Well, if they go down, do you think they go down on one side or the other?
Yeah,
like
the
if
left
they have
side.
to naturally.
That's what we're saying. The left side they go down on, but when they feed, a cow stands when it feeds. It's not like a puppy.
I'm talking about when they're feeding their babies.
Yeah,
I
they
am
stand
too.
up when they feed their babies.
Well, some of them have to fall down, right?
No, they stand up.
No,
No. They fall down, they stop feeding.
kind of like. Never mind.
Okay. And
All
cut.
right, keep going.
All right. And I guess another little fun fact: cattle, they do not have collarbones,
Which is weird, I think.
which is weird.
But not really, because humans have collarbones. So I
Right.
shouldn't really think about that. But is that kind of weird that...
Has anybody ever ate collarbone from like a cow?
No, but it's like... you.
They don't have any.
As far
How
as
the hell
being-
would you if they don't have them?
Well, that's very true. Then I mean, I guess maybe it's called something different. because they have to have something there.
They don't
No,
have anything there.
They don't.
Nothing.
It's all muscle.
Yep.
Nothing apparently.
Yeah,
Yep.
and-
It's just that brisket muscle probably holding up a lot of the weight, right?
Correct. Yeah. So for the folks that are following along at home, I'm sure they're probably using them themselves as a reference. So your center chest, you got your sternum, maybe a little bit lower where your rib cage is. So you got your pec muscle. That's pretty much where the brisket comes from.
That's right.
Now your collarbone, cows don't have them. So that's why you see these briskets, and the brisket, I guess you got the superficial, and you have the other one. They predominantly hold up 60% of that cow's weight, whether they're standing or not standing. So with the brisket being able to withstand a lot of that body weight, you can obviously think that the muscle, the connective tissue, the stuff that's developed to support that weight, it has to be tough.
Right. Right.
It's
Which is
super-
why you got to cook it for so long.
That's why you got to cook it for so long, and that's why, the very, very beginnings of just the brisket in I guess I would say the colonial days, or the days of when they had indigenous people living in Texas, the Indians and stuff like that cooked these briskets, and then you move a little bit further along where they were handing this stuff out as just trash meat. And then people figured out, okay, this is not trash meat. It's it's
Right.
something that you have to learn how to cook low and slow, and then it actually becomes a very phenomenal meat. And then,
I would 100% agree with you. If you look at the numbers of briskets that have been sold in the last, probably this is 2020 now, so last probably 10 years, the number of briskets have significantly rose each year because barbecue is becoming so popular. If we look at what it was in 2016, 13.6 million briskets,
Is that in the U.S. or worldwide?
U.S. That tells you how much cattle we're raising.
Well, about
That's-
2 million of those were us right here, I'm pretty
That's
sure.
crazy.
What's the right age you can get one? You know what I mean?
Right, what?
The right age that
Of
you
the,
can
of the
get-
cattle?
Yeah, of the cattle. Obviously, people are raising them and stuff like that. But when can you finally start selling them?
okay,
That's a
make-
good
I think what
question,
you're
yeah.
asking is maybe we'll drop a email to Dusty, our good friend that raises cattle. I think what you're asking is when does a calf become
Ready to eat.
When do you go to
Yeah.
market?
When
when
do
do
you
you go
butcher
to
'em?
market?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When do you butcher?
Yeah, we'll have to ask it. We'll ask him. And that's a good question. I'll write that down.
Yeah, great question, Aldan.
I mean, because I do see, especially at the rodeo and stuff, especially now, that we're going through all this kind of stuff, what are they doing with all those, all that cattle right now? Because I had a cousin that was supposed to come, and she had a goat. To show, yes.
Well,
and the problem was the goat had an abscess on his balls or whatever, and so he was too young to be able to even go to auction before that. So that was going to be, I believe, April 9th when she was going to be here, March 9th, whenever it was. But he was too young to come here, even before the abscess. So I was always wondering, how old are they until they're ready?
Yeah, I think they have to be. So there's mature. Well, it depends for each animal,
Sure.
right? Right. So each, like a pig, or you do goats, you do with chickens, you do all of that, right? But those are not really going, when they come here for the show, those aren't really going to be slaughtered. A lot of times they're just auctioned, and then they go to somebody's, they'll go to a ranch, they'll go somewhere else, and then people are paying money for scholarships, right?
Sure.
So that's kind of
For
how that
showing
thing-
them and stuff like that.
Now, if you're taking a product to market, so that goes to the USDA, and then you're graded, right? So you're looking for a weight. I think it's what they go off of personally. Once your goat or cow or pig becomes a certain weight, you're like, okay, it's time to go to market with this thing. So you're constantly feeding, growing, and and doing all of that. I just had a June land on me, and John gave me the death stare, so it was kind of weird. But yeah, I think it's how it works personally. But we'll look it up and see if there's a certain type of like age limit or anything else. I think.
All right, so we're waiting for Dusty to respond on that, but let me just go into this. So according to the Random House Dictionary of English Language, second edition, I'm not really sure what happened to the first edition. Obviously they had some
Might have been in
corrections
Spanish.
or some extra stuff they needed to add onto there. But the term derives, going back, brisket. The term derives from a Middle English word called brusket, which comes from an earlier Old Norse word that I'm not even going to try to actually I'm going to try to butcher it. Brusk. BRJO with a apostrophe above it. SK.
It's the O sound.
Dude, that's an accent. That's
Long
not an
O.
apostrophe.
Oh, okay. Which means cartilage.
Brusk.
Which means it's a tough piece of meat. In the United States, the whole boneless brisket, based on the Institutional Meat Purchase Specifications, IMPS for short, as broadcasted by the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, has a meat cutting classification IMPS 120.
What the hell does that mean?
North America Meat Processing or Processors Association publishes a photographic version of the IMPS called the Meat Buyer's Guide. The brisket muscles are sometimes separated for retail cutting. The lean first cut, or the flat, is the deep pectoral muscle. So that's deep in there. So the flat part of the muscle, the flat that you turn in for your brisket slices, is the deep pectoral muscle. While the fattier second cut point, or the fat end, or the triangular cut, is called the superficial pectoral muscle. That's a little bit further out. So when you're cooking these briskets and you see people separating these are two different muscles. They're overlapping each other.
Mm-hmm.
Now for food service use, they are the IMPS 120A and 120B respectively. So when, say, Ronnie Killen over here at Killen's restaurant, Killen's Barbecue, calls his, wherever he calls the Restaurant Depot or wherever he was, he's like, I need 120. And that signifies that's the point and flat together. Now, they can order the 120A or they can order the 120B. Those are separated.
I got it. Yeah, that's separated.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So 120 is the whole packer, right?
Mm-hmm.
A packer brisket, or you can order that individually.
Correct.
Which, Ronnie, don't do that. Just order the whole thing.
Yeah. Does anybody ever order just the flat?
Well, I mean, they sell it.
Yeah, I've seen it. But
HEB.
You can buy the flat or the
maybe
point.
some of these.
I'd buy the
grocery
point.
stores.
I don't think I'd buy the flat.
Yeah. It's flavorful. If you get one that's marbled, it's going to be just as good as anything else. So,
Do you cook it differently?
If you get them separately,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
I probably would. Yeah.
But if you get them together, you cook it. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously
pretty much the
together,
same,
Yeah,
but-
you're trying to.
Okay, so we did get a
Should-
response here from Dusty about, you were asking about the age. He basically said it's usually, or should be, between 24 and 32 months. Once it gets over 32 months, it's basically good for ground beef. And then,
Okay.
so before that, it's when they can butcher it down and get your brisket out of it.
So a couple of years.
Between 2 years and
almost 3 years.
there's an 8-month window there,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. Nice.
that's awesome. Thanks, Dusty. Appreciate that.
Dusty. Knowing all the knowledge.
Dropping knowledge bomb.
So after you get attached to it, basically.
Yeah. You've already named it at that point.
Right.
You're number 1. You're number 2. You're number 3.
Oh yeah, I mean, Dusty's already said. I mean, they have like a whole labeling system, and I'm sure every cattle rancher or every
Sure, you have to go through that. Yeah.
you have to like label them however he does it. But yeah,
numbers or something. You can't give it names, right?
because you got to match them with who they breed with, and then those offsprings go with this,
Right, yeah.
and then this and that. Honestly, I don't. I'm sure there's a spreadsheet somewhere that he's monitoring and doing his thing. So hey, kudos to him because I couldn't do that shit. I'm like,
Yeah, that's rough. I don't remember, but my dad told me the story. Both my parents, they lived in Oregon when I was an infant, and they had a couple of cows, Bert and Ernie. And before they moved to California, they had to eat Bert and Ernie.
Hey, Ernie.
They said they sat down one night and, what are we eating? Bert.
Yes.
It's messed up.
that's traumatizing.
It is.
Delicious.
Yeah, and tasty.
And delicious.
Okay, so little basic knowledge of brisket.
Yeah.
Where
What
it's
it
at
is.
on the cow. I watched a super awesome video, and you guys at home, and I'll find the link to the YouTube video where this guy took a half a cow and just broke it down. Like took one half,
Different
just broke it down
cuts of meat.
from tail to head,
Loin, yeah.
all the different types of muscles and the cuts of meat that comes off of that. Super freaking fantastic. I mean, and fascinating at the same time.
Like the whole thing.
Yeah, you get to see where the brisket comes from. You
So
get
like
to
a
see
spatchcock almost.
They sliced that sucker down the middle. It's a half a cow.
It was a half
Yeah,
cow.
like right down the spine. But yeah, like a spatchcock.
almost like Rocky. If you ever seen
Yeah.
Rocky, when there's like half a cow hanging and they're like punching it, pretty much what that was. So you could see a whirl, and he goes through and he cuts every one of those things apart, and he shows you where all the ribeye comes from, where the plate ribs, the dino ribs come from, where the brisket comes from, the eye of round, everything. And you go to the grocery store and you see this shit sitting on this shelf, and you're like,
Yeah, where does that go wrong?
What is this? Yeah.
I feel like you're just making all this magical shit up. I feel
Right.
like this all just comes from like
The same meat, you're just cutting in
the
different
same
shapes.
meat. You're just cutting in different shapes. I don't even know what you guys are doing.
What's funny is that they actually have different flavors. Like a ribeye steak does not taste like a New York strip.
Right, yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And yeah, different
A
texture, different consistency,
a
everything.
flat tastes different than the point.
Yeah.
You know,
true.
so
The chew is different.
yeah,
The-
it is.
The
It is. It's
fat,
amazing.
The fat, the flavor, everything's just different.
I want to cook a buffalo.
Random thoughts with Jen.
Yeah,
Hey, shout out to
buffalo
Stone.
brisket coming up.
Shout out to Stone Cold Meats here in League City. I think that guy's grinding up some buffalo here.
Really?
And any guys that they're in this area, as far as
Yeah.
Pearland, Houston, whatever, that's trying to search for meat, hamburger meat, whatever, during this kind of lockdown, quarantine, and whatever. I think he's grinding daily, so I think he's offering like, I think 5 pounds for like at a pretty reasonable
Yeah,
rate.
yeah.
So I mean,
they're
that's-
usually like super high end stuff, but he's trying to make.
he's dropping his
Yeah,
costs.
there's a lot of stuff he's doing that's more affordable. So if you
That's
need
why they're
something and you're in the
awesome.
area, you head by there.
Yeah.
So you can
I
get some
think the
ground
ribeyes
bison.
are-
You can
yeah.
get
I'm
ground
gonna
hamburger
buy
meat.
a bison brisket. We're gonna smoke it.
We
and
should do that.
We should do that.
That's got to be expensive.
I don't care.
We'll find out. We'll do it.
Like I pay the IRS.
Let's
off,
just do a
I'm
whole
rich
bison.
right now.
Okay,
What?
so
Let's just do a whole bison.
let's do it.
Okay,
Gonna need a bigger smoker.
so weird.
All right, let's move into after kind of finding out where the brisket comes up. Let's go into just a little bit of variations around the world as far as how other people do briskets. Because here in Texas and here in large part of the United States, we smoke briskets. And that's what we're kind of accustomed to.
Right. Texas wise.
Okay, so brisket has a long history in the United States dating back to indigenous Indians of southern Texas. Barbecue brisket is synonymous with the Texas culture. So other countries, other parts of the world, they do brisket a little bit different. And they even were St. Patty's Day. What's synonymous for St. Pat's Days? John, did you do your corned beef and brisket?
I did not. I'll probably do it tomorrow.
Okay.
Corned beef is brisket, right?
It's
Corned beef
brisket.
It's the same cut of meat.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
a different.
It's a different-
pastrami is the same cut of meat.
But it's a different style of cooking the
That's
brisket.
right.
Right.
That's right. Yeah, you're doing the
Brine?
the brines, the salts, and everything else. So
All right, Jan, tell them what they do in Britain.
Yeah. So in Britain, it's normally cooked. Very slowly in a lidded casserole dish with gravy, or more commonly as braised. Cooked brisket, being boneless, carves well after refrigeration and is a versatile / cheaper cut of meat. I kind of feel like a lot of people have done that. It's almost like a corned beef.
I think
You know
that's
what I mean?
pretty much synonymous around the world. Is cooking brisket like braised wise in a casserole?
Braised beef is like
Yes.
That's how this whole thing.
Right.
Like cooking in a smoker, an offset. That's United
Texas,
States
baby.
thing.
That's Texas.
You know what I mean? That's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not like overseas or anywhere else. Like if you go anywhere else in the country, it's an open fire pit, or they're cooking in an oven, or they're cooking in a pot. They're cooking that way. They're
In
not
other
cooking,
countries.
Yeah, they're not cooking in a smoked offset cooker.
I'd say they're coming around a little bit.
Well,
some
because
folks obviously
they're
starting to get there
popular
now.
They're
Yeah.
getting there, but
it's,
yeah,
it's so popular.
it's definitely
but
not the
No,
it's not where they started.
totally agree. I totally agree.
Aldan, what are they doing in Germany?
Well, I'm still actually kind of curious about. I don't know what a braised cooker is. So,
Okay,
to
so
be honest with you, I have no idea what a braised cooker is.
basically,
braising.
what we do as far as when we cook briskets, we wrap it up in foil. So they're putting it into a metal pot or a ceramic pot with the brisket and vegetables, whatever, and they're putting a lid on it. So all those juices just start dripping out. And so basically it's kind of boiling.
Yeah, it's like steaming in its own
It's like
juices.
steaming and boiling and cooking the brisket at the same time.
Yeah, I never knew that.
Yeah, basically, when we wrap it in foil, we've gone basically into
We're
sort of
braising.
braising it. Depending upon how much, especially if you add some juice or anything in there, you're starting to braise it.
Oh, okay,
Whether we do ribs or brisket, I mean, we're braising it.
Yeah.
okay. All right, so what we got? We got Germany. Well, Germany, obviously, again, it's getting back to braising, but brisket is braised in dark German beer and cooked with celery, carrots, onions, bay leaves, and a small bundle of thyme.
Dang.
I think
Dang.
I just
It's
said
like a
thyme.
Hispanic
dang.
thing. You have to say
I think I
that.
just
What
said
just
No,
that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that sounds phenomenal.
It does
I think
sound
if
good.
I thought that sounded
think-
good, too.
I've often thought about this. Like we smoke a lot, right? We're smoking like, various meats and whatever else. However, when was the last time you actually put other like au jus and produce and everything else into your thing and let it go for another 4 or 5 hours? That sounds really good. Like I think maybe
My wife did a pot roast
yeah.
just 2 days ago with the red potatoes and the carrots. It was so damn good.
So good.
So good. I was
Yeah.
like, God, don't tell anybody. Because she did it in the slow cooker. Usually we do this like in a what do you call it, a Dutch oven and throw it on the smoker or whatever.
That's right.
She just did it in the slow cooker, and
It's phenomenal.
it was so good, man.
It is.
so good. Like I went back later that night and killed the rest of the vegetables, started chewing on the meat.
Like, don't look at me.
It's not.
I'm
even
so ashamed. Don't look at me. Hey, let's do this, and don't tell anybody. Let's smoke a brisket, and then when we wrap it, let's cut up some potatoes, some carrots, onions, whatever. Throw it on a bed.
Dude.
Throw the brisket, smoked brisket on
We
top
could
of
just
that.
throw it in the Cambro H pan, throw it in there, and the brisket on top.
Maybe a little beef broth in there,
Mm-hmm.
and just let that go.
I'm down. We will do
Carrots.
that. Yes, we were going to create our own little
Let's do it.
Au jus.
something.
You guys at home are listening. Do not copy what we're doing
Yeah.
because
Don't do it.
Yeah.
And if you do, tag us.
please do.
That'd be great.
All right, John. What else we got here?
Well, we could talk about the traditional Jewish cooking if you like.
Let's do it.
Okay, so brisket is most often braised, again, as a pot roast, especially as a holiday main course for the Jewish folk.
Okay.
Brisket is also the most popular cut for them is as corned beef. So,
Okay, corned beef.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure about the whole process of corned beef. I know it's brined, and I'm sure there's probably like
It's
yeah,
kinda
yeah. When
similar
you
to
go
what
to the
pastrami
store, it's
is.
already corned beef.
It's already
You
corned
just
beef.
buy it,
Yeah,
it's
you
already
buy
corned beef.
it. Yeah.
so it's like kosher salt.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, they're brining something, but I don't
seasonings,
know.
all that
Yeah.
good stuff. Okay, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Which can be further spiced and smoked and made into pastrami. I've made pastrami a couple times, and it's freaking
It's
phenomenal.
delicious. Yeah,
But
pastrami.
yeah,
I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
have ever had it or whatever, but it's like a salty, sweet
Yeah, it's really good.
Beef
I
type
really
deal.
enjoy
It's
making
Sweet
that.
because the seasonings that were put
Correct.
on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delicious.
It's
I've never done it myself. John's done it before.
I've done it a couple
I
times.
tried it. I think we did some hot pastrami sandwiches over here one day on
Yes.
Uncle Gene's grill.
We
or,
did.
or griddle.
Ruth's
Yeah, Ruth.
it's good. It's good stuff.
was good.
I had to throw that recipe out there.
So in the Korean cuisine, it's also popular to cook thin slices of brisket quickly over a hot plate.
Right. Yeah, I thought that they did that more with like the super, Wagyu A5 whatever, but I guess they could do that with any kind of beef.
It's like the pho that they do with the boiling water and the noodles. It's cut very very thin. It's the Vietnamese style.
Vietnamese pho.
Yeah,
So-
that stuff is super popular right now.
So, and that's weird. I mean, guys out there, and this is, I guess, this mini PSA. When you see PHO, it's not pronounced faux.
Well, it's the hyphen, and it's a different hyphen. They
Right.
have
But people see
on
that,
top
and
of
it's
the-
like, I want to go get some pho.
I always say faux.
Faux soup. Go get some faux soup.
Faux show.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's pho.
I want some fidel.
We don't know what that is, Al.
Yeah, yeah.
You tried to describe that earlier. We don't know what Fideo is.
Damn it.
We know what Fidel Castro is. We know what fedoras are. We know what
Philadelphia?
Philadelphia is, but we don't know what that is.
It's not a dictator. I can tell you that. It's good food, man.
Okay, we'll get
All right.
that.
Next week recipe on whatever he just said.
Fidel.
Should we get into the New Zealand cuisine?
Okay, so John, hit him up with the New Zealand
I'm
cuisine.
going to hit him up with the New Zealand. It is used in a boil up, which if you don't know what a boil up is, it's boiled in water with green vegetables and potatoes, and it's really popular amongst the Maori people.
Is that like a?
It's like a pho.
Sounds like a soup.
That's like a crab boil.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind
maybe.
of. Yeah, you're boiling.
You're just boiling. I don't know if I
Yeah,
want boiled
that's
brisket.
weird.
That doesn't sound good. That's probably my least appetizing one
New
we've heard.
Zealanders not having that.
Don't do that. Why would you do
Yeah.
that? You're making Jess Pryles sick over here.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Okay,
AF.
Al, what are the Italians doing?
The Italians?
Do you say
No,
Italians
you
or?
do not. You sound like
Yeah.
I sound like I
you
don't
sound
know
like you're
what I'm
Sound
talking
like a
about.
redneck.
foghorn leghorn, like you're like a rooster from the cartoon.
I do declare.
Italians.
Italians.
Italian.
Yeah.
What are the Italian cuisine doing, Alden?
Oh, I didn't know this. They do brisket as well. Okay. Well, the brisket is used to prepare. Oh, geez, y'all put me on this one. Bolito misto, a typical northern Italy recipe.
What the heck is bolito misto, Alden?
That is not Spanish. So I have
Bolito
no
misto.
idea. I
But
have no- I have no
Italian
idea.
is similar to Spanish. So what are you guessing on that? What's bolito?
Bolito?
Is that beef?
Shit, I don't know. I couldn't even tell you what a freaking.
I don't know. Somebody's gonna look that up. I'm gonna go on to the next one. It's Pakistan. So in Pakistan, it is used in nahari,
Oh, I know that.
a national dish of Pakistan.
I know that one.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, bolito misto is it literally means mixed boil or mixed boiled meat, classic Italian stew, closely resembling the French pot au fait. That doesn't help us. It's a beef stew, I guess, of some sort. That's what I'm going to go with on that.
So these guys all across the world are just basically just boiling briskets.
Cooking them wrong.
Yes.
I'll try the pho.
The pho.
Yeah, I'll eat the pho, but I'm not eating any of that other crap. Except for maybe the one with the carrots and stuff in it. Was that Germany? And the dark beer? I'll do that. I'll do that.
I would actually
Yes.
do that as well.
Those ones I'll do.
The braised.
I don't want your boiled
That
beef.
sounds good.
That sounds bad.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Listen, all I know is that the whole world got it wrong.
Yeah, except for Texas, baby.
Yeah. Hey, there's only one way to do this.
And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Next week, we're going to tell you how to pick out the right brisket.
Yeah. Like we mentioned earlier, this is the Brisket Chronicles. This is the Brisket series. This is the
Brisket 101.
Brisket Trilogy.
Yeah, but there's going to be more than
Trilogy?
Trill. There's going to be a lot more than Trill. There's going to be
so weird that we have
chronicology.
problems. You know what I think?
Bun
We
B
do
is going to be
these-
rolling
hold
out
on.
here and it's like Trillology.
Guys, we do these 90-second beer reviews in the beginning of the night. And then all of a sudden we do this podcast and we can't say words anymore. What does that say?
I said the words that I wanted to say.
Yeah, we're saying
Okay.
words. Words
Yeah.
are being said.
Words.
Yeah. We're just saying this
Bird
is
is
the
a
tip.
word.
We're just giving you a little background on brisket. We're going to get into how to pick your brisket, how to cook your brisket, how to trim your brisket,
Grades
how to
of
season your
brisket.
everything.
Correct.
Yeah. No,
Next week
I totally
is
get
just
that.
grades and how to pick your brisket sort of
Yes.
thing.
JP's AP. Just use that rub. You're done. What?
Okay, it just
Is
has
that
Don. He
what
loves
happened?
it.
But they have to know what meat to pick up.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yep.
We'll
we're
get at
gonna
that.
we're gonna go down to the store and look at the empty meat bins and show you which one to pick.
There's a lot of empty meat bins around. So
Actually, I think a good thing to be is like a lot of people like it's a weird time right now. People are running to the stores and are getting all of the chicken or getting all of this pork chop and are getting all these things they're comfortable with. But cooking something different that you're not comfortable with and making it taste phenomenal, I think we should try that.
A lot of people got a lot of free time right now.
yeah,
Like-
me and we're gonna be surviving off of like oxtail and
My freezer is so packed with all
freaking
kinds of
beef
random
cheeks
stuff.
and
Tongue?
lingua.
Yeah, every time I roll through HEB, I'm like, oh, that's on sale. I'm gonna buy that. Put it in my freezer. I
Done.
got so much stuff in my freezer, man.
Let's do this.
So yeah, we're gonna survive. And hey, people out there, it's gonna get better. It is.
Yes, sir.
It's really shitty right now, but it's gonna get better. And for the folks that don't know, here coming up shortly, and maybe we should do a little thing. May 28th is National Brisket Day.
Is it?
It is.
That's my sister's birthday.
Is it? Happy birthday to
Happy
John's
birthday,
sister.
sister.
Happy birthday,
Hey,
Janelle.
when it happens.
Okay. Yeah, we should definitely do something for that.
90 seconds.
Beer review.
Guys, today we have the Shiner Premium Beer. I kind of like the bottle. It's just a brown bottle, whatever it is.
Classic.
I do love the paper they put on this thing. It's a very classic print. The beer is definitely done in a almost like a German style, and it's Shiner. Of course, you don't know. It's the Spotzel Brewery in Shiner, Texas.
Yeah, if you don't know Shiner, you don't know Texas
It's
beer.
the biggest thing in the world.
Let's get going. Nice little smell.
Is it cold?
That's so magically delicious.
So y'all can't see this, but we're trying not to spread coronavirus.
We
here.
have one of these beers we're trying to share and pass
So
it around without
James
touching our
tried
lips.
to open his mouth and pour it down without touching anything.
Some of it went in his mouth.
It's all over him. He just got.
I'm going to go ahead and pour
douched
some of this in
Hey.
a cup for myself.
I got a cup.
Hey,
Yeah.
you ain't cool unless you pour a little beer down your pants.
Yeah, Shiner Premium. We drink a lot of Shiner Box around here, but I'm not sure if I've had the premium before.
I'm gonna say this is delicious. This is
Oh, damn.
this is better than Shiner Bock. I'm gonna put it out there.
I'd say it's a premium.
No, it's not. I've been drinking Shiner Bock for the last couple of weeks now. This is good. It's not better than Shiner Bock, though. It almost has like the bottom of the barrel.
I can crush a 12-pack of those.
I crushed a 12-pack of Shiner Bocks.
You guys could both crush a 12-pack of anything, so
So this tastes like a weaker version of the Shiner Bock.
I would agree with that. It's definitely a smoother beer than Shiner Bock. I wouldn't say one's better
But
than
Shiner's
the other.
not
But this
like,
is smooth.
bitter or anything. It's very smooth.
It's got a lot more flavor.
But it's
way
heavy.
more flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's heavier beer. This is
This
a
is
lighter
like
beer.
it's like a Heineken and a Shiner had
Nope.
like a baby,
Okay.
but the baby
Nope.
grew up.
Do
Hold
not
on.
be mixing
Do
that
not use the H word in here.
dank ass beer.
Yeah.
Heineken is
No,
garbage.
this is almost what it's like. But the Shiner and the Heineken baby had more of the Shiner DNA. Yeah. And so it just looked a little bit more Texan than it did.
I would give you maybe
Heineken.
Shiner Bock and Budweiser. But not Heineken. Heineken's just gross.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, it's like water met a Shiner.
Is it smooth?
I just had a glass of water that met some Shiner. It's
You
like
don't like
somebody,
it?
It's like I had 6 ounces
You
of
do
water
like it.
and somebody poured 2 ounces of Shiner into it.
It's not good?
I would not buy it.
You don't like it?
No, I'd buy a Shiner.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I do kind of like it. But I'm definitely not buying it.
I would buy this again. I think
Yeah.
it's smooth and it's crisp. I think it's delicious.
How did I just drink a Shiner?
I like Shiner too. I'm just saying, if I wanted to change it up, I would drink this. I obviously drink a shit ton of Shiner. Hey, Keegan just walked up. Keegan, why don't you
Keegan,
taste this beer
try
and
the
tell us
beer.
what you think of it? Don't put it on your
Don't
lips.
put your mouth on it. Try to dump it all over your chest like I did.
Yeah, like I said before, I thought the beer was good. It tastes very watered down.
You say watered down. I say smooth. What is the alcohol in this?
So this has a...
They're trying to hide it from you.
Again, this
We
is the 90-second beer review, so we only got a couple more seconds left, guys.
I mean, time is relative, you know.
It is.
Our 90 seconds is completely different.
Okay,
than someone else's.
I'm throwing it out there. For me, this is a 6.7 for me.
Okay.
Uh,
It's
Yeah,
You know?
like it's a smooth beer, but when I drink a Shiner, I want more flavor. This is a beer for somebody entry getting into beer drinking. I
Yeah.
think.
I don't know.
when I drink that,
So-
it's a premium. When I drink that, I feel like I'm a little bit more
Fancy?
pretentious, a little bit
Yeah.
more fancy, sitting out there in the real. I'm not just drinking a Bud Light or a Coors Light, but it has still the same flavor as a Bud Light, Coors Light light beer.
Yeah. for
Kind of, yeah, but it's just like
Little bit.
it's like a 4. It's like a. I feel like this is going to be like a 3.9% alcohol by volume.
This is
It
actually
tastes very-
a 4.5 alcohol by
4.5,
volume.
okay.
Yeah, so it's a standard
Yeah, it
light
Yeah.
beer. It is like a light beer. I
Well,
guess
you know what?
this-
And then you know what? Your packaging just basically said you weren't right.
My packaging?
Shiner premium beer. Premium says that it's a premium tasting. This is the bottom. This is the top of the top.
Right.
And the alcohol, I think, probably should have been close to a 6.5 or.
I agree
6.7.
that calling it a premium might be off because it definitely tastes more like a light beer.
So basically, what
It's
they're saying, this is the
weak.
premium. Regular Shiner is bottom beer.
Shiner Bock.
Shiner Bock is the bottom
You know what that makes me want to do?
beer.
Makes me want to drive to their brewery and throw this bottle at them, right? And have glass shards just break in the freaking parking lot.
We're a little protective of Shiner Bock
I'm
here.
just telling you.
Aldan, what do you think of this beer? Nobody else put it to their lips. James definitely dumped it all over his shirt, but he did not put it on his lips, so you're safe.
It's a great light Shiner beer. I don't know if Shiner was trying to go light or not. I mean, it says premium on here, but
Right? It throws you off, right? Premium,
It
you're
does.
thinking it's going to be a dark mother.
yeah, for sure. For sure.
They have a
It's
light
light.
Shiner.
Shiner Light? Yeah, the Shiner Blonde.
Shiner
I
Blonde.
like Shiner Blonde.
Yeah, that one tastes heavier than this.
I don't know. That's a good beer.
Why don't you give us the score, Alden?
Yeah, start it off.
I'm gonna go. Not to give it a rookie score, I'll give it a 9.8.
Wow.
You love this.
This is a Bud
This
Light.
is your favorite beer.
Jesus.
9.8?
You just
9.8.
gained a
Wow.
a lifelong member right there.
Dang. You're rolling in with the Shiner Premiums from now on.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the highest score anyone's given for a beer on this.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I will buy those if I see them at the store. I will buy those.
That's
All of
That's
them.
something. I'm happy for you. That's
If
That's a
Alden
thing.
is driving and he's going to his quarantine place and he's got the brewmaster for Bud Light just sitting
right.
in the
He just
passenger
took a
seat,
sharp turn.
and he sees premium Shiner beer brewmaster sitting on the side of the road. He's like stops the car. He's like, bro, you got to get out. You got to walk now. I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Anheuser,
I'm so sorry, but there's only room for one.
There's only room for one. Come on, bro.
I don't know, man. They're pretty good, dude. This thing's pretty good. I didn't think it was gonna taste like that, but yeah, it's pretty good.
Nice.
That's honest opinion.
Wow.
Just
congrats, man.
That's awesome.
That's-
I'm gonna go 7.1 on mine.
7.1.
Solid beer. Love
Okay.
it. Buy it again. I've bought it multiple times. Great beer.
I'm right there with you. I'm gonna say 7.0. I think it's a good.
We'll
Solid
just keep
beer.
doing this.
That's a
Good. You know what? Hey, look, I was a 6.8. James was a 7.1, right, James? And you're right there at 7.0.
Yes.
It means we're all right there. So yeah, that's not bad. I like that.
good scores overall. I would give it basically a 6.7. You know, it's average. It's an average beer for me, but
6.7's a little above average.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
above
it is.
a little bit above average.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I'm there. I'm right there with you.
Hey, we're all in the same vicinity except for Alden. He's like
It's the best thing he's ever put in his mouth.
19.14 million.
But here's the light beer.
So
of
what
us.
was your Bud Light beer as compared to that? As your number, what would it be?
Bud Light.
Yeah.
I'd put it higher than Bud Light.
Yeah. Bud Light for me is like a 5.
Yeah.
Bud Light is like when I think of beers, I think Bud Light is middle of the road. It's just
Yeah.
a beer I could drink
It's a
or I
light
could
beer.
not drink.
It's a watered down. It's very
Yep.
Yeah.
And honestly, Coors Light's like just barely above it. I love Coors
Yeah.
Light, but it's
I'm right there
it
with
is what
you.
it is.
Yeah. There's no the flavor. You're not getting all the flavors you get from all the beers we're trying.
Right. Yeah.
With
Right.
Coors Light.
Yep.
We're not dumb.
Hey, if I
So
want a
actually-
good light beer, I want a Montucky.
Actually, a
And
good
we see
light
the
beer would be a
swag.
Montucky.
Look at the hat he's wearing, dude.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Sporting that hat.
Sporting
Hey.
the hat.
I wish it would fit my
swag.
giant freaking
Yeah.
head.
These fools can just get down here in Texas, Houston, which I think they are. We just
Yeah.
got to go. We got to
Just gotta
search out
drive a little
places
bit.
that have them. So
Solid ass hat though.
I'm gonna load that cooler up with them.
Yes. Next time I head over to beers looking at you, I'm gonna stock up.
Okay.
And this concludes the 90.
92nd
I feel like y'all just prematured
Beer
that
review.
thing.
That was perfect.
Y'all prematured that thing.
Premature.
Maybe,
us off.
maybe we did.
Count
Okay,
us
so
off.
let's try this again.
Count us off.
I'm gonna go. This is the 90-second beer review,
Oh, okay.
and then we go into
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Usually you say
okay.
92nd, and we finish up. I don't know what we
Right.
usually do.
I think you're being a little bit of a boss.
maybe
A little
a
bit of
little
a
bit.
control
Thinking that,
freak.
little-
All right, let's try this again.
All right,
Deep
let's try it again. We'll come in from the highs and the lows. You guys watch me. I will just follow my lead. All right, guys. And this concludes the 90-second beer review. 90-second beer review. You asshole, did he?
Yeah, control that.
Love it.
Control that.
We're gonna save that, and that's just gonna be the intro all the time.
It is.
That sure was something.
Yeah.
I made it as far as the 90-second beer review, then I had to stop listening.
I look at John. John goes. He shakes his head.
No,
No,
Nope.
I'm not
He's like,
saying
no.
shit.
Don't say anything.
Ass just
He's
got
like,
voted
nope.
off the island. That's what I'm saying.
That's good. That's
Let's
fun.
go into the barbecue fails.
Let's do
Actually,
this.
Jan, do you got a story about the
Yes.
St. Patty's Day?
No,
or you want to
No.
save that for another time?
Man, I don't know if I should share this one. I think people might have died that night or something.
No, you have to share.
Yeah, listen, it is St. Patty's Day, and I feel bad because we are doing, we're celebrating St. Patty's Day, but the rules are it can't be in a crowd more than 10. Gotta be 6 feet away from each other, so we spanned everything out apart. My son's here tonight, which obviously if he has the coronas, then so do I. But yeah, I look back on one of my most favorite St. Patty's Day nights out that I had, and it wasn't even so much a night. We started at 9 o'clock in the morning.
That's a long day.
Dude, we showed up. This was we bought tickets to this festival that was going to be St. Patty's Day galore, right? So
I think I remember this story, actually.
yeah. So
Yeah,
Amy and I
remember this story.
Amy and I show up at we have a big group of friends, and we all were listen, we're gonna get there 11 o'clock in the morning, right? And I remember being at the house, and I was like, dude, I'm about to go pregame. Let's just have a beer now or something, you know? So I'm drinking a beer. Then we get in the car, and we drive over. we park, and we show up at this venue. It's so early in the morning. They're serving like green eggs and ham and everything else. And all the vendors are up, and they're doing like the gallon milk challenge, which is, if you've never seen anybody drink a gallon of milk, it's phenomenal. If you've never seen anybody
Have
throw
you ever
up,
seen anybody drink a whole gallon of
Yes,
milk and
I
do
have.
it? Really?
Yeah. I saw 3 people do it. I also saw one person get sick or release a gallon of milk as well, I guess you could say. Yeah. So that was more disgusting. But yeah, it was a great evening, great evening, great morning, great day. We drank and drank and drank. We drank so damn much. When it got nighttime, you lose concept of what time it is. You know what I mean? So you're hanging out. I mean,
It's morning time.
yeah, we had fights. Amy had gotten in a fight with a girl that was being belligerent and crazy, towards us, and basically just picked her up and threw her like 20 feet or something, which is super awesome. And then got kicked out of the venue, and then we came back in. We're wearing like these crazy big like stupid hats like you see on like Carmen Sandiego or something, right? Scarves.
Any San Diego, any St. Patrick's Day party.
You have everything,
outlandish
right?
Leprechaun hat.
Yes.
They basically kick us out, and then like 10 minutes later, we're standing in line. They let us right back in. It was great, right?
Pay your $5.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll go back to drinking. I could pay like $3 a person or something at this point, like everybody's winding down. I go in and we're hanging out, we're drinking beer, and I'm like, man, I kept looking around. It's like, it's getting dark. Okay, it's dark. Now it's nighttime. And I'm looking at this group of people, and I'm like, oh, that's so funny. Oh my God, that dude he just ate it. He was talking, and he just fell over, right? And I'm like, oh, look at that lady over there. That lady just fell down. Oh my God, that's so funny. And I'm so happy because I'm just like looking around.
You're drunk.
Yeah, I'm super
That's
wasted.
not me.
Yeah, that's
I'm
not me.
falling
That's y'all. Hey, and then as I keep looking at that group, I'm like, holy shit, that's my group. That's my wife.
That's my wife.
She just fell down. Holy shit. So I come running over. I'm like, hey, get off the ground. Let's go. Like people are like, people are so wasted at this point. There's no words coming out. I'm like, oh my God. So I was like, okay, we got to get we all have a hotel, right? We get a cab. So we walk up to the corner, hail the cab, right? Cab comes over. We get into the vehicle. But as we're walking, I see people are still falling, right? And we're picking them up. We're like, get in the car, right? We drive off. We get to the hotel. I'm sitting in there, and I look back. There's no Amy. Amy fell in the bushes.
Left her.
She gone.
And we left her. We drove all the way to the hotel.
Man, she's been mad ever since.
Probably. we dropped her off. We dropped everybody off. I told the cab, I was like, dude, take me to where you found me. And I'm so blitzed. I don't even know where he found me at, right? I was like, just take me to the corner of where you found me. I will find my wife. It's going to be fine. We pull up. Amy's standing there. She's waving like this at every cab that goes by. It's the weirdest thing. She thinks every cab is like the cab picking her up, right? So I open the doors. Yeah, open the doors.
Hey, you show up with a cab, and she's like,
hey, there you are.
Did
right?
you blame it on everyone else somehow?
Oh, I was like, oh, it's not my fault. They say go, What do you say to that? So we get to the hotel.
You don't.
And we get up to the room. And I remember like getting to the room, and I told Amy, I was like, listen, she's blitzed. And I was like, just, she's in the bathtub. I was like, get in the bathtub, take a shower, whatever it is. I'm going to go downstairs. I need to eat something. I haven't ate. Like, I ate green eggs and ham at 9 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock in the morning.
Need to get one more drink in.
I need to get something in my belly, right? And it's pitch black, right? So I go downstairs in the lobby, and this is a very nice hotel. This is not like Holiday Inn, right? They have like a crazy bar and restaurant tied to this hotel. This is downtown Houston. So I go in, and I'm talking to the people up front. I make myself into the restaurant. I sit at the bar. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, hey, can you get a menu, please? And the guy's like, yeah, no problem. And they're kind of being like, I seen them picking stuff up all around me.
Oh, yeah.
know?
They're like, we're trying to go home.
You
Yeah.
showed up like 10 minutes before they closed.
Basically, yeah, right? And so I'm like,
They hate
oh, man, dang, okay. I get my order in real quick. So I end up ordering the veal. It was a veal and penny pasta and some type of sauce they made with it. Dude,
You
it was
went
phenomenal.
for a fancy midnight snack.
Well, I was in a fancy restaurant inside of a fancy hotel.
Damn,
I
I'm
just
usually
want
like,
food.
Yeah.
give me a quesadilla.
No, they didn't have quesadillas on the menu.
Oh, what kind of hotel you staying at, man?
Where's
I'm staying at a
Whataburger
very
at?
nice hotel.
No, they ain't got a quesadilla. They ain't the right hotel.
So I remember ordering this. I was like, "Hey, can I get a Coors Light?" You know, and the guy goes, "Yeah, no problem." I was like, I remember looking at him and like, "Oh my god, this guy's about to serve me a Coors Light. This is phenomenal." Okay, hold on. Hey, he brings me a Coors Light. I tell him, "Hey, Ian, before you close up, bring me another one right now, because I don't want to. You know, if you're selling them, I'm taking them from you. The meal hasn't come out yet, right?"
Yeah, I don't want to trouble you for
Exactly.
getting another beer after
Exactly.
I get my meal. Just bring me the
Bring
other
me another
beer
one now because you'll be closed.
Right. Yeah, I don't want to miss last call.
But exactly, right? So I chug one beer, and I'm like, Jesus, why am I chugging? I was like, chugging because the beers. I have two beers back to
race.
back. I got to drink one to get to the other one.
Right, you can't let it
So
get hot.
the food
Right.
comes out, and I'm eating, and I am just like, as I'm eating, I'm like, this is the most greatest and disgusting thing I think I'm eating at the point. It's a weird meal. I don't really care for it, but I clear the whole plate, right? And I'm looking at the guy, and he's just like, "You all right, man?" I remember them asking me like several times, like, "You all right, man?" Because I'm pretty sure I fell asleep at the bar several times, right?
I mean, we've all been there.
And then I remember looking up at him, and I'm like, "Yeah, man, can I get another Coors Light?" And he's like,
Nah.
yeah, I don't." I'm like, "No."
He woke you up. You're like, hey,
Nah.
can I get another Coors Light?
Yeah, can I get the Coors Light? He's like, "Yeah, I don't." I was like, "No, it's cool, man. I know y'all are shutting down." He's like, "What?" And I'm like, "No, it's cool, man. Yeah, y'all are shutting down and stuff. So, yeah, I guess I'll just pay the tab." So this guy's like, "Hey, man, if you want another drink, I'll get you the drink." I was like, "No, y'all are closed. So, we're not gonna have that. Not gonna have that." So I remember him looking at me like
You're crazy?
eyes are like, "Dude, this dude's on a different level," type deal.
What time was it really?
Yeah, what time was it, Jen?
It was 9:00 at night. I
So
in my
many hours
head,
left to go.
In my head, it was 2 a.m. and I had ordered the last meal that they had in their kitchen,
Oh,
and I
like, whatever's
stole the
left.
last 2 beers they had.
Just put whatever you got there,
Yeah.
the penne paste,
Just
just whatever it is.
Mix it together.
Yeah, mix it all together.
Put it
I'll
in a
just
to-go
take-
plate.
Whatever veal you
Yeah.
have left.
Yeah,
I'll
feel
take
right.
that.
Yeah. So it's so dumb. But I remember taking like the guy was like, "No, hey man, you want to get a beer?" I was like, "I'm just going upstairs, you know." So I get this beer from him, and we close my tab's like $60. I'm like, "Geez, Louise, how much am I spending here? 3 beers and a veal plate, $60." Hey, at this point, I'm not arguing with anybody. The biggest problem I had is I couldn't work the elevator because it was so. It's one of those ones that you have to have a key card. So every time I'd enter and press the button, I would sit there, and like 5 minutes later, the doors would open up, and I'd get out, and I'd be on the lobby floor. So I'm like,
Never ending. You're like, hey, this is not my floor.
this is fucking blowing my
Get
mind.
back in there and do it
right?
again.
So I'm still drinking my beer, and it just at some point I'm losing how to even speak, right? So I remember going to the counter in the middle, right? It's like the middle of this hotel, this concierge, and this lady, she's so nicely dressed, and she's just like, "Hey, how may I help you?" And I was like, "I was going to get to my room, but the elevator." Like, what does that even mean, right? How do you even what is that?
Even better is you have to imagine she's probably just watching you for the past like 20 minutes in an
Yeah,
elevator.
she knew exactly
walking
what was
in,
going on, but she was like,
In
watch
and
this
out,
idiot.
In and out. Just
walking out.
Hey, she basically she was like, "I know what's going on.
Is the
I got
elevator
you."
broken, sir?
She brings it around.
elevator broken.
She takes me. She grabs my arm.
She holds your hand.
grabs my arm.
Come on,
She
buddy.
takes me to the elevator. She's like, she goes in. She's like, I'll take you to your room. I was like,
My wife
I have
won't
a
like
wife.
is she
that.
hitting on me now?
Hey,
I don't know what's
I didn't
happening.
sign up for this.
Clearly
Yeah.
drunk.
Obviously, you don't understand. There's a portal here.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work, lady.
No, it's not happening. So she hits the button. I'm like, oh, I did that already. You know, I'm telling her, I'm like, I already pushed the button. It doesn't work. Like something's wrong. And then she's
button's
like,
broken.
she's key carding and pushing the button. I'm like, doors open up. We're on the same floor. And then all of a sudden it's like, bing, open up. I'm like, oh shit, it's a different floor. Look at that.
That's my floor.
Yeah, hey, it's my room. Okay, perfect. And she takes me all the way to the room. She like hits the little scan thing, opens the door for me,
Walks you in.
walks me in,
Tucks you in
Boom.
bed?
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Just
It
ended
stopped
right
there?
there.
Okay,
Ended
great.
right there.
Okay.
She closed the door, went down. I remember waking up in the morning. I'm like, oh my god, what did I do? Whatever, right? So I'm texting everybody at the same time because even at that point, I didn't know what time it was. All I knew was like, oh, y'all missed the greatest meal. I got all the drinks at 2:00 in the morning, blah, blah, blah. Right? I'm texting everybody from our party. And then when I read the text message the next day, I realize 9:08,
I'm an idiot.
9:15,
I'm going to bed, guys.
Hey.
I'm shutting it down. I
and
can't stay up
and
no more.
9:33, I was like in bed. It's the
That's
dumbest
awesome.
thing.
Did you get the? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Did you get the text I sent you last week
Yes, I probably did.
at like 12 o'clock or 12:15? I got up the next. I don't know. You guys listened to last week's episode. I was pretty schnockered.
Oh, yeah, you were.
The next morning, I looked at my text and I had one text that I sent. I don't remember sending it at like 12 or 12:15, and all it said, it was to James. It said, "I'm drunk."
Yes.
That's it.
I got it the next morning.
Yeah.
I was like, "Well, I guess I was drunk."
Yeah.
At least he's on.
That's gonna be night beer reviews 4s in a row. We can't do that no more.
Yeah, we should.
That's
yeah.
why we limited our beer reviews to just 2 beers a night.
Can't do 4 beers in one
Maybe
night.
2 before and 2
4
after.
is way too
That
much.
is
Nope.
okay.
For sure.
We may do one after. I don't know.
Pew, pew, pew.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
just crank out 5 more.
Yeah, all the beer reviews, all the nights.
That's awesome, Jan. Hey, thanks for sharing that story. I mean, I'm going to say, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say, nobody tells the story better than Jan.
He is a storyteller.
That
He
dude
is.
weaves
He is.
the
Yes.
tapestry of storytelling,
Yes.
And
it just like
Wraps you around you.
Yeah,
It's
just
nice, warm.
he's good
it's
at
a
it.
big bear hug to just like listen to this story.
Yeah, let me tell you my version of that story that I would have told. I went to an event with my wife and got super shitty drunk. I left her when I got in the cab, went back, and then I went to the hotel, and I thought it was super late, but it wasn't, and I drank some beer, and then I went back to my room.
Wow,
That's my version of that story.
just a nice-
With
You got
the-
the Jan version, which is like so much better.
Yeah.
You know what? That's just a nice too long didn't read version, you know?
Yes.
Quick little 90-second beer review version of it.
Yes,
you know?
I give him the Cliff Notes.
Yeah. Hey, guys, stay tuned to Jan's book because it's coming out.
She coming.
All right, let's get into the barbecue wins or
Barbecue wins?
barbecue fails.
We have some of both.
Let's get into the barbecue fails.
Fails first? Okay.
Fails first.
And this is from our friend Charlie West Barbecue. And he is off of Instagram, I believe. I'll put his link in the description below. His barbecue fail. He says, if someone had a worse fail than this one, I feel bad for them. I was in the process of moving into my wife's house. We had just gotten married. Her dad has a truck and trailer, so he was helping me move some of the bigger stuff. One of those bigger things was my smoker. It's a Rectech RT700. It's like a $1,200 smoker, if you guys don't know. So we strapped it down on his trailer towards the very front of it. We had about a 30-minute drive to our new place. I'm following behind him in my car full of boxes so I can keep an eye on the trailer, make sure everything's good. As we get off the interstate on the exit, somehow one of the straps must have gotten loose, and he can watch as the smoker falls forward and rams into the back of his father-in-law's brand new GMC truck that he had just gotten a couple weeks before. The smoker falls off to the side and onto the road. So they quickly lifted the smoker back into the trailer, basically on pure adrenaline, it sounds like. At this point, he's wondering if his father-in-law is going to kill him or not. Thankfully, his father-in-law was a barbecue enthusiast, and all he's worried about is whether or not his rec tech is okay. So they unloaded the smoker, hooked it up, and magically it still worked. It looked awful. The lid is bent. It leaked smoke. The exhaust was bent and was leaking smoke. But somehow the auger still fed the pellets, and everything worked perfectly, and it was great. He was able to use the insurance to pay for a new tailgate, and $200 later, he has a new lid and exhaust for his rec tech. Basically, it was just an interesting day for him, and sounds like his father-in-law is very cool.
Yeah, no, it definitely sounds like the father-in-law is really cool. That started off like really shitty. I mean, you're ruining your grill for one. I mean, not ruining it, but you're damaging it.
Yeah. You when you're sitting in your car, you're thinking, shit.
Father-in-law is like
Yeah, he's in the truck in front of you, and you're like, oh, he's gonna lose his shit.
tailgate gets jacked.
Right,
You're
brand
like,
new truck.
I don't even. I know I'm gonna hear this from the wife.
Oh, for sure.
She's gonna just like, blah, 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 and I know I'm gonna catch this on the
Right.
back end. Like the father-in-law is gonna be like,
Did you strap it down?
right.
Why didn't you strap it down better?
You should have strapped it down.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know? But it sounds like all in all, happy ending.
Yeah, it worked out. Yeah, obviously there's a little insurance claim, and he had to pay a little to get his rec tech fixed, but it could have been a lot worse.
It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, and we appreciate you sending that in, Charlie West. You are you're in the running for a new Grabbing a Brisket t-shirt. We're going to give this a couple weeks, and I'm going to pick one we're going to go back to sending out a free t-shirt.
Yeah, we're gonna have some t-shirts coming out, and not them t-shirts, but we're gonna have some stickers.
Yeah, we're going to start doing some sticker packs. You're definitely going to get a sticker pack. I'll send you one of those. I'll reach out to you, get your information, and go get a sticker pack.
Yeah, C West,
Charlie West Barbecue.
Charlie West.
I want to say it's on Instagram, but I could be wrong. It'll be in the description.
Okay, thanks, Charlie. Appreciate that.
Oh, show. And okay, so you want me to get into the win?
Let's go into the win.
Winner chicken dinner. And I know you've already heard about this. Our boy Potato Salad Matt,
Yes,
first place in his chili cook-off at his work.
that is awesome.
Yes.
That's solid.
One more bit of information about it, and I'm sure you want me to share this.
Yeah, go ahead.
It was James's recipe.
I mean, it was.
I mean,
But hey, nothing to take away from Matt.
No.
because he did his own thing. He put his
had to
little.
cook it.
He had to cook it. He had to put his little spin on it.
I'm sure he did.
He all that stuff like that. So I just basically gave him just like
The base.
the base, the intro, and then
Right.
you can just add the spice to it. Don't add the spice. Add the extra stuff, whatever. But he took it, did his own thing, and ran with it. First place.
For sure. We'll try to get. I'll try to see if I can wrangle up some of that recipe for y'all. We'll see if we can wrangle that up.
Start sliding out a little bit of that secret magic or whatever. But
Yeah.
I mean, hey, we've been winning first place a lot of places that we go.
Yeah, our chili. I say our. I have nothing to do with it. The chili that James and Jan and apparently Matt have been turning out, been winning some shit.
But going back, that is so solid. Look, we all have our workplaces that we go to, whatever. So, and you have your home places, and we do the competition and the all that type of stuff. But a lot of us have our 40-hour jobs that we do. Mm-hmm. It's nice to go in there and go, boom!
Yeah, this is what I can do,
I
suckers.
just beat all y'all asses.
Chili what?
Yeah, you guys don't know how to make chili.
Exactly.
So, hey, shout out to Matt. Solid job. He's not here tonight. Wish he was here tonight, but we went a little late in our, I guess, production of the podcast.
Start time. That's my fault. Well, you guys are probably going to be hearing a little bit more of Matt. He's going to be around a little bit more, doing some of our video stuff and probably popping on here and there.
Yeah. Trying to do a little bit more videography. And
I know y'all want to see us.
definitely want to see us.
I mean,
For
I want to
sure.
see us.
So many beautiful people here. It'd be a shame not to see this.
Right.
Exactly. I mean,
It is what it is. Am I right, Aldan?
I mean, some of us are beautiful.
He looked at Keegan when he said that.
oh, wait, shit. He's coughing.
He's coughing.
Everybody's coughing.
You got to go.
So we appreciate you guys.
No more corona.
Thanks for listening on. I know times are getting a little sketchy and a little bit crazy out there. People are getting quarantine and social distancing and all that good stuff. We love you guys. Thank you for listening to us and choosing to be with Grabbing the Brisket. You got any questions? You got any anything that you want to know? Send us an email. Send us a DM. We'll gladly answer that all. You guys out there, be safe.
Absolutely. Hey, and check out that website. It should be up. GrabTheBrisket.com.
Check out the merch. We got the store frontier.
Yes, sir. Yeah, there'll be a link on the website as well.
Yeah, check out the merch because we have the t-shirts out there. Again, that helps us out a little bit. We don't make a huge profit. I mean, literally make like maybe 50 cents or $1 on a t-shirt. So it's
it's not a lot.
It's not a lot, but hey, you'll get some cool swag and you'll support us in the same boat. So
Yep.
we appreciate it. Guys, tune in next week. We love you guys. Out.
Peace.
Bye-bye. See ya.
Just grab them in the brisket.